Shay and Kenny, I imagine the dressing room must be a kind of disappointed and frustrated place at the moment after losing that game. How can you sum up what happened?
Oh, jeez, I don't know, mate. Probably the start of the game is what killed us today. We gave them a real early goal, and that probably gave them a little bit more energy. And the first half, we sort of couldn't really get into it, and we copped a counter attack off a corner as well. So, disappointing first half. But in all honesty, I'm pretty proud of the boys that come back into it second half, and we probably should have won. Really, second half we had enough chances to wrap it up, and then we copped a soft one at the end.
Yeah, there was a first half drinks break. I noticed you're 1-0 down at that stage, and quite a long discussion. Kenny, can you talk about what was discussed there in terms of what you might have changed?
Oh, we were just talking about some body language things, and just trying to keep the players' heads up. And we had clear instructions before the game. We knew what we had to do, and we thought actually in the first half we did a lot of things right. There was two goals that were sort of counter-attack goals, and one in the first minute, but the second one was definitely a counter-attack goal. But apart from that, we thought we were quite successful at what we were doing, getting into them. At the drinks break, we were just trying to keep things positive, I think.
And at half time you were actually 2-0 down, so even though you probably felt you played quite well, things were just not going for your team. What was the message to them then?
It wasn't too much. We just tried to tidy up a couple of little things, and we made sure they couldn't play the ball around as much as they were in the first half. They sort of caught us out a little bit a couple of times in the first half, and managed to put us under a bit of pressure. So we stopped that from happening. It seemed like it was working for us second half, and like I said, we created a lot of chances. So pretty happy with the second half performance. Disappointed with the result, but like I said, we could have won it today.
A couple of pretty special strikes to get you back in the game. Pretty handy to have guys like McGrath and third tail in the side when chips are down.
Yeah, I thought their goals were exceptional. Turtles for me is probably. He's just worked enough space for him, and he's got the composure to hit it with his outside of his foot, so it's a great finish. And Jason's was amazing. Whether he meant it or not, I have no idea, but it was a good goal.
Kenny, 2-2, you must have thought that you had it in you to go on and win that game.
Definitely, and I think we come within about a foot of winning the game. If Alex Gavos attempted to go on the ball in, goes a foot the other side, it's as we're 3-2 up in the dying minutes, and I'm pretty sure we would have held on to that. But unfortunately, that's football. Things happen in split seconds, counter attacks, and you lose goals when you've got an attacking corner and things like that. That's just happens in football. It's split seconds change games.
And with 1 minute to go, you can see an own goal. Could you say there was anything that Dan Partridge could have done differently?
No, it was a decent ball in. I think he was probably unlucky. I don't think the striker was probably going to get to it. But in that situation, you can't really leave it. You probably don't know what's behind him. So for me, the talking point there was that the striker looked offside and kind of forced him into doing it. So whether he should be given offside there, I don't know. I didn't really quite understand the ref's explanation of the rule there. It was a bit of a grey area for what I can see, but that evens out over a season. Sometimes that might go in our favour, so certainly not going to use that as an excuse today.
Can I just say, it's unlucky. Dan's an outstanding performer for us week in, week out, so it's just unfortunate that he's committed himself to go for it, and for a guy who's outstanding on us, it's bad luck.
Now you've got 3 days before you've got to play the Football Queensland Cup midweek against Capalaba. Given the manner of this loss, is it going to be really difficult to pick the boys up, do you think?
I was just saying to Kenny coming up, I think it's great. When I was a player, if you played on the weekend and you had a loss, you didn't want to wait a whole week to go out and try to make it right. So I think playing Wednesday is perfect for us.
At this stage, any injuries to players that might keep 1 or 2 out?
No.